I don't give a damn what y'all say. This cooking shit is for the birds. Cooking stresses me out. I know this is an unpopular opinion, and a lot of people find cooking to be very relaxing and soothing and cathartic even. But me, I am not that gal. See, I'm a simple girl. I grew up most of my life eating like a vegetarian. And so cooking wasn't like this grandeur thing.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner.
Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner.
I don't understand people who don't know how to cook. Like, the recipe is there, the tutorials are there. What, you don't know how to follow instructions? Because that's what you're telling me. You're telling me that you don't know how to follow instructions because it's really not that hard. Like, yeah, it's normal to mess up sometimes, but after a couple times, you should be good. And also, a lot of foods use like the same seasoning, so you don't even have to go out and buy seasoning all the time. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's really not that difficult if you...
I hate people who say that they don't know how to cook because, girl, most of the time it's not you don't know how to cook, it's you don't want to learn how to cook. It's you don't want to learn how to cook. You don't want to cook. And then I can't stand people who don't know how to cook because they always act like it's a disability or they act like it's a sob story that, oh, no one ever taught me. Girl, Google. Teach yourself. You're 25. You're 25 and you're still making ramen in the microwave. It's time to grow up. Like, it's embarrassing at that point. If you don't know how to cook at that point, it's embarrassing. What do you mean you don't know how to feed yourself? What do you mean you don't know how to make anything outside of a frozen dinner? Like, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I am. I'm going to take that. I was going to say I'm not trying to shame you, but that goes back to people who don't know how to cook acting like it's a disability and acting like it's offensive. And like there's some big reason they don't know how to cook.
Tuadior, yeah, you on fire, need 100 days, something that you can't ignore, all these ones are more, slaying is a chore.
What's poppin', everybody? It's your girl tuadior Miyoka, and you are watching my YouTube channel. Woo, 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 woo. You know it's the holidays, so I'm hoping that you had a very good Christmas, that you got me, because I didn't see no gifts from y'all. I don't know what y'all are doing, but it's still December, so you can still send the gifts, you know. But I'm hoping that you're also getting ready for the new year 25, new year, new you. So today we're going to actually talk about a topic that was trending a couple weeks ago on TikTok, but I really wanted to talk about it still. And that is this Cooking with Kaya drama. And so the content creator named Cooking with Kaya, who makes cooking videos, but like her tagline is that she can take your man. Like,
yeah. Well, took if you welcome to breakfast in bed at Kai's house. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
I really didn't have an issue with this content. I'd actually seen her videos like before, and like I didn't think there was anything wrong, but you know the TikTok girlies, they always gonna get mad about something. So I really didn't understand. I was like trying to follow it through, but the idea was that they thought that her content was kind of pick-me-ish, and that
I think I figured out why women in general don't really mess with Cooking with Kaya, and I wish I would stop saying, oh, she just a girl that's cooking, she just a girl that's cooking, because yeah, on the outside it may seem like that, but if you really like watch some of her videos, you'll see that she's a pick-me woman. Like, she panders to men, and I think that's why women don't like her, because women in general do not like pick-me women. Like, we don't like pick-me girls. I don't know how else to say it. Her entire platform is like, get up and cook for your man before I do it. Do this for your man before I do it. Do this for your man before I do it. Your man this, your man that. I take your man, I take your man. That's the definition of a pick-me. And women do not like pick-me women. Like, it, I don't...
Oh, and can y'all explain to me how cooking is a pick-me behavior? Because in the discourse surrounding Cooking with Kaya that is dragging on too long, a lot of girls are trying to defend their hating by saying, no. Kaya promotes pick-me content. And I'm like, okay, well, what about her content is pick-me? Because her talking about taking your man or cooking for your man is literally a joke. It's a bait play, and it ultimately worked. It's the reason why she went viral. She isn't really going to take your man. She's not after anybody's man or your man. So, like, what's giving pick me? The only other thing in her video that she does is twerk and cook. And I know you don't think twerking is a pick me activity. So it's clearly cooking. And I'm like, what? Why is cooking a pick me behavior? You think girls learn how to cook or cook to get chose? Don't get it twisted. Knowing how to cook can definitely help you get chose. But most girls know how to cook because they grew up around women that knew how to cook, that taught them how to cook. Like, is it that bad, y'all? Can y'all genuinely not cook? And that's why you feel threatened by Kaya promoting cooking for a man and men embracing that quality of a woman and talking about how much they appreciate women that know how to cook and will cook for them. I swear, y'all want everybody to have the quality of a SW. Disclaimer, I have absolutely nothing against SW. Shout out to y'all. But the advice that y'all get on relationships from social media is basically SW culture infused with traditional relationship culture. And y'all genuinely believe that you should be loved and cared for and provided for by a man that you don't do shit for. He should give you the world on a silver platter and you ain't even gotta cook for him. That's girl boss. You see men celebrating cooking for Kaya because she fine as hell, she cute as hell, and she cooking, and she wanna cook for a man, and she young. Like, come on, bro. She raising the bar. YNs thought that they was just gonna have to settle for DoorDash and Rotel. And Kaya has shown them that there are young, beautiful, sexy baddies out here who will cook. And now y'all calling her a pick-me. Y'all are so lame.
Cooking with Kaya is just another example that y'all ain't really girls. And I just love how y'all keep exposing y'allself that the girls thing ain't real. I've been saying the girls thing wasn't real for a long time. And everybody thought
the whole idea that, oh, like, you know, your man is going to be took by Kaya or something like that because, you know, she can cook really good meals and she's cute and things like that or whatever. And it got to the point that people were even saying like cooking with Kaya destroying their relationship. Like, okay, now you're doing too much, because that's the cackle. That's the key.
Oh, nothing to eat again. Yo, you not gonna cook?
I don't cook for nobody that's not my husband.
Word? That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Yeah. Say less. Copy. What's going on? What got into you? What's going on?
So I was a little like, okay, what's going on here? I honestly feel like if you are mad about cooking with Kaya, it's because you can't cook. But I understand people's apprehension when it comes to cooking, because I actually, growing up, had apprehension when it came to cooking, because I feel like the definition of can you cook is such a loaded question, because it depends on the definition. One definition could be like, can you physically put a meal together? Okay. Could you follow a recipe and have it turn out right? Is that cooking? Or is it, can you make something out of scratch with no directions, no guidance? Can you just make a meal? Or is it, are you how creative you are? Can you make something out of nothing? Are you the people that's making the recipes? So I feel like when it comes to cooking, there's different levels to it. And I think that sometimes, at least for me growing up, that was one thing that used to intimidate me. So I'm Nigerian culture, right? And so there's a lot of high expectation when you come to food. Honestly, if you got this kind of skin color, there's a lot of high expectations when it comes to food. People want their food right. They're not playing with you. Stop playing with it, Raya. They're not playing. They really want the food to like hit. They really want a specific type of food. And so sometimes you get apprehensive, and there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of things that go into it. So then you get intimidated because you're like, dang, like this has to hit. And that was really my mindset. And the whole like, you're going to be single and alone with cats if you don't. So a lot of girls actually felt the same way. And I saw some content creators talk a little bit about how they felt as well.
You know, one day you'll also have to make your husband tea.
I've come to the sad realization that this is the exact reason why I cannot cook. Why I hate cooking, actually. Not just I cannot. Like, whenever I cook now, I cook out of survival. I don't cook out of enjoyment, because I associate cooking with a life of, like, servitude and, like, coming back after work and having to cook for the whole family, and my husband has to sit on the couch and watch a CNN. Like, I can't. And it's a little embarrassing because at my big age of 22, I mean, I'm only 22, but at my big age of 22, I can't cook. Like, when I was growing up, my mom, who was like a chef, like not really a chef, but she'd be cooking, I was not in the kitchen watching her, like she requested, because I did not want to learn. I did not want my future husband to take advantage of me. So I can't cook, and I don't like it. It's fine. My man just needs to be a chef, because I shan't be me. I shan't be me.
Here's the thing, I don't think it's quirky or cute or different that I can't cook. I'm actually deeply ashamed
and embarrassed. I should be able to make myself a meal right now. Like I should be able to cook for myself right now, but instead I'm heating up some noodles and using some leftover pasta sauce from like 3 months ago that's been sitting in my fridge because I did go through a phase for a day where I made that pot roast. I know you guys remember. Ever since then, I'm like, I can't do it. And it's just, that's enough of this.
Do you like to cook? Don't worry, you're in good company.
I don't.
You're in a safe space.
You're
in
not.
a safe space.
I don't dislike to cook. I just get so overwhelmed, so stressed. I'm not fun or like cute in the kitchen. Like Cody does the cooking.
Okay.
And anytime I try to help, I get like kindly escorted out back to the couch. Like it's like, thank you. Okay.
Wow. The pressure is getting worse.
And I think that it's a valid concern, and the whole gender aspect of it is so interesting because honestly, like as I've been dating a lot of guys cook. Like it's not like only girls. There are guys that don't know how to do nothing, but there are also guys that know how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to take care of themselves. And I think it's a skill that everybody should have. And I don't like that sometimes it's placed on women to be like, that's what they gotta do. Because then if you ask a guy, like, can he change a tire? You know, he doesn't know. Or if he can, you know, fix things in the house, like he might not know. But then you as a woman, you're not worth it if you don't know how to do so. I feel like you should cook because in me, as I've grown older, honestly, what really changed my mind towards cooking was literally like, I saw the fitness girlies, like they make a lot of their food. So I was just like, okay, let me get up. And I actually had observed a lot growing up. I wasn't active, but I was at least observing. So actually when I got into it, I kind of felt a little bit more natural, and then I just got into it. So I've been doing my little something here and here. Became something I actually like to do and like to learn more. And as you have some more successes when you cook, you start to feel better. You start to feel stronger. You know, it actually makes me feel happy when someone's like, ooh, can I try something you made? Or like I made something and people genuinely enjoy it. Like I get really, really happy. And so I realized that I just need to kind of have an interest. And I feel like anything in life, you have to have an interest for. You have to have a desire to want to do it. I feel like when you're forced, you're kind of like, oh. But I feel like there is a joy to cooking, and I feel like it's not something that should scare people. And I don't think it's cute to say like you don't know how to, because I think it's a skill that can help you. And it can get better. And you don't have to be like, I feel like the expectation is like you either have to not be able to cook or become like Gordon Ramsay. No, you don't gotta do that. You gotta be as long as you can make something that looks good and tastes good. And some recipes are just so easy to follow. Like it's not that hard. And I feel like even if you have just a basic sense of what to do and what things are and what things look like, you know, I think that you can put together something. Like this was my first time making like Nigerian fried rice. I had never done it before, and this is how it turned out, and it turned out bomb. And the people that ate it, they were like, okay, I ate that. But if I had just sat there and like got intimidated, and I think it can be really fun and rewarding, and you kind of feel like creative and you can get so into it. I feel like if you're somebody who likes creative things, like you do your hair, you do your makeup, that's the same thing. Like if you're somebody who does your makeup, you know how different things work together and put together. Same thing. And I feel like for a lot of the girls that were talking about how they kind of feel like they're just like a klutz in the kitchen, I feel like that high expectation needs to be brought down. I think that, yes, you know, so I feel like the only people that really, and I feel like there were a lot of men who were also trying to chime in and be like, yeah, yeah, y'all don't know this and y'all do that, and I'm not gonna marry someone that don't know how to cook and da 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 da. Don't get intimidated like that. Don't do it for them, because you can do all those stuff for them and they still gonna leave your ass. So it doesn't really matter if you do it or you don't do it. But I think it's important to learn that skill and don't get so intimidated by us. I know some of us were scarred because we were forced, especially if you're a person of color. Like you felt like forced growing up. You felt like it was a chore. You felt like it was not always enjoyable when you were learning and things like that. But I think it's important to remember that it can be so fun. It can be so creative. And I'm coming from me who hates being in the kitchen, who hates the stress of being in the kitchen. I found ways to love it. You can just start literally by making something that you want to eat, or emulating something that you see online on like Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram or something. And I think that some creators are really, really good at showing their steps and showing exactly what they do. And after a while, you'll get used to it, but you have to start from somewhere. I think that this Cooking with Kaya thing really brought out the issue in modern day society when it comes to cooking and how people feel when it comes to this topic. And I felt like if you were mad about what she does, I feel like it was because you felt like you can't cook. Because if you could cook and you liked learning and you just enjoy that kind of content, you wouldn't feel some type of way about it. But if you felt like you can't cook, or you feel like maybe that's something in your relationship that causes a lot of issues, you feel some type of way about her and girls like her. But I just wanted to really take the gender aspect out of it and the expectation part out of it, because it can be really fun and really exciting when, you know, you make it personal and you make it fun. So that was just my spiel on the topic, Kiana. I want to know what you guys think about cooking in this generation and your idea and your thing with it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did your attitude change about it? My name is tuadior. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll catch you in the next one.